Good evening. My name is Michael Hogue. I'm here to talk about recycling and reclamation in the workplace. Today's environment is so impacted by trash and trash not being separated, which is causing so many different issues in our environment. But first, I'm here today with my audience, Mr. Teddy, Mrs. White, and Mrs. Pink. And today we'll just be talking about the importance of recycling and reclamation in the workplace. In today's workplace, it is mandated by the EPA, which stands for Environmental Protection Agency, to have recycling and reclamation in the workplace. If you see on our screen here, we have 4 recycling containers. We have one for paper, we have one for glass, we have one for metal, and we have one for plastic. In some places, in some buildings, the containers are color coded, but in some they are not. But you will always see the EPA recycling sign on the container and what type of product to put in that container. Here on the table is an example of the different products, such as paper, glass, metal, and plastic. So I'm just going to carry out a mock as a demonstration of putting each product in its proper container. For paper, that'll go in a blue bin. For glass, that will go in the green bin. For metal, that will go in the yellow bin. And for plastic, that will go in the red bin. Typically, there are companies, waste management companies, that will come past your facility once, at least twice a week, to pick up the recyclables. And once they collect these recyclable products, they take them to a landfill. Within this landfill, they will weigh each product of the recyclable material that you have and will produce you a certificate of showing how much product that was disposed that day, the date and time of the collection, so you can have that for record. Because typically what happens is, on an annual basis, the EPA and or such as the district government, since we are in the district, they will request they will give you a generation fee. You will have to pay a generation fee, typically of $200. And on that sheet, you will have to list the annual pickup amount, tonnage, weight, etc., that was picked up for that year. And like I said, these type of documents are so important just in case if you get audited by EPA or your government, federal government, district government, city government, that you will have something of record to show that you have that you have kept everything intact, following the EPA city guidelines when it comes to recyclables. So why is it so important that we recycle our trash or products? One, it's important. It's because it conserves energy. Another factor is it helps reduce pollution. Because as you see that the streets are a lot cleaner than what it used to be, say 5-10 years ago. The third thing is it helps to reduce global warming. You know, global warming is an issue that we have for some time now. You know, icebergs are melting, we having more storms, you know, sea levels, some areas sea levels are rising, some areas sea levels are shrinking or reducing. There are just so many things that's going on today with global warming due to our environment, due to our behavior to our planet, where we must help out more by being more conscious about how we dispose trash. Mr. Ted, that's a real good question you asked about product being recycled and being reused. Yes, Mr. Ted, that's a very good question. This product is being recycled and reused, such as paper, such as plastic. Now, when you walk around in our restrooms, you notice that the restroom stalls used to be metal, but now it's a plastic composite material. And the composite material is products of 2 or more different products made into one material, which is composite. Just like at your home, just like at my home, you know, decks used to be made out of wood, but now I have a composite deck. And the deck in the composite deck, the life of the deck is much longer. It requires no maintenance, and you know, it's a very good product. And that's the age and time that we are in today, as far as recycling and reusing a product, which is pretty good. Because at one time before, that even with paper, you know, paper wasn't being recycled. Paper just was, I guess, burned off or discarded and whatever it may have been. But now even today, paper is being recycled, which means less cutting down trees. You cutting down trees less. So do you know that cutting down trees, so many trees, that impacts the environment as well? So that was a very good question that you had there. Mr. White, you have any questions? Yes. Yes, EPA, yes, that does stands for Environmental Protection Agency. He said, how can you implement this program? Well, my intentions is to contact the leadership, our building leadership, and give a presentation and have supporting documents of why we should implement the recycling program, which also would include the impact or the positive impact we will have on the sustainability of our environment. So, if you see anyone going around, and because we do have a few recycle bins out now, so if you find anyone or see anyone putting the wrong type of product in the recycle bins, just kindly ask them, to put it in the correct one, and I will make sure all the floor managers, all the agency managers will have all the information that they need, so they also can help in educating their co-workers. Well, if there isn't any more questions, I would like to conclude this session for today. But we are planning on having a monthly meeting, a meeting each month with the agency program managers, so we can talk about how this program is coming along, and if there's any type of improvements that we possibly can make. Well, that concludes our gathering for today. So you all shall hear from me soon, and I thank you all for coming out this evening. Thank you.